This is a lot of pressure.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. So if some of you guys don't know, I'm an architecture major, so naturally I think a lot about buildings. And I just want to start off right now with a little activity. So I want you all to imagine an office building. Okay, so what you just imagined probably isn't these three big biodomes in the middle of Seattle, and they're actually being constructed by Amazon right now, and they're scheduled to open next year. So you might be thinking, like, why should I care about this? It's really far away, it's in Seattle, I'm not an architecture major, and I don't really care about buildings. Here's why you should care. Because right now, we're all here at school to get our education and go back out into the world to be innovators and make a change in the world so that the world becomes something that we want to see. So this whole idea of this building is to think outside the box and innovate, because it's literally a sphere and it doesn't fit into that box shape that you just imagined for an office building. So I'm going to go through and talk about 4 different effects that this building has. So the first effect is the innovation aspect. So basically the biodomes incorporate different types of nature into the work environment, so combining that traditionally separated idea. So there are different species that they're bringing in that they've been collecting over a few years. There's actually 300 different types. And among those are coffee trees and cacao trees, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, and so the second effect is that they're shifting the focus from focusing on just the end goal of the company, of Amazon, and really changing that to focus on the employees and how they work best. There are actually a lot of studies proving that when you have plants in your room while you're working, it improves your efficiency by 10 to 15%. So that's a little plug right there to put some plants in your dorm room. And so the third effect is that this building actually changes the physical landscape of Seattle. So rather than having these tall, imposing office buildings, it's more round and closer to the ground and inclusive for everyone. And then the fourth effect is the controversy that it causes in Seattle. So because of all these big corporations located in the downtown, it brings in a lot more people who make a higher income, making housing go up. And so it's harder for the average person to live in Seattle because it's so expensive now. So basically what I want you to take out of that is that innovation is always controversial until it becomes the norm. And if there's one big thing that I want you to remember from this speech, it's that as the future is being built, we're the ones who get to decide what it looks like. So it's really important for us to take risks and go out there and be innovators, even if there's controversy. So again, I want you to take a second and imagine what your ideal workspace would be. Does it look like a biodome? I hope it makes you excited. Thank you.
Okay. Sophie, how'd it go?
I went okay. I think I've done it better before, but it's fine.
Okay. Too bad we weren't there.
Yeah.
Too bad we weren't there.